Did I do it?
Yes. Hello, I'm Lacey. I love to crochet, and so I figured I would start a channel where I can tell you guys about what I like to crochet or what I'm working on. Today I have a variety of things. I like modern crochet. I really like to figure out designs. Love to design hats. They're probably my favorite. Yeah. Also, I love hand-dyed yarn. That is one of my obsessions. Nobody told me that when you start to crochet, it's really two hobbies. Crocheting and collecting really expensive yarn. But that's okay. Alright, so I'm a little nervous figuring this whole podcast thing out, so I'm gonna just jump in. Also, please forgive the traffic. It's really nice in Florida today, so I thought I would film outside. It's really pretty, light. I don't know. I saw other people doing it, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna do that. So I really like to watch YouTube videos about crochet as well. And one channel that I really enjoy is J-Hook Crochet. Reggie was showing a yarn haul that she had from cashmere and coconuts. Really good small business hand dyer. Her colors are amazing. And anyway, she did a giveaway, so I entered into the giveaway and I won. I got to pick out one skein of yarn from cashmere and coconuts, sorry. And I chose this. It's called Back to the 80s. It is a 75-25 merino nylon sock base. It's her basic sock base. I think it's amazing. The yellow is, I mean, seriously, look at that in the little black speckles section. I'm dying to make a hat with this. I think I have an idea of what I want it to be. But yeah, this is beautiful. Thank you, Reggie. I'm sure if you're watching my video, I'm sure you found your way across J-Hook Crochet's channel, but if not, make sure you go check her out. I will link her in the description box below. Yeah, thank you, Reggie. Cashmere and coconuts, I really cannot recommend them enough. Beautiful yarn, beautiful colorways, really soft. I love it. Okay, while we're talking about Reggie, she does a monthly subscription box, and in one of her boxes, I can't remember which month that it was right now, but the holiday, her subscription boxes are wacky holidays. They're one of my favorite, if not the favorite, subscription box that I've done so far, and I've done a lot. I have a yarn problem, it's okay. But anyway, this month's holiday was Go to Work Naked Day. But I used the yarn that was from her subscription box, and I made some fingerless mitts. They're almost done. I have ADD. It comes across in my projects because, as you can see, it's almost done. Tails are not weaved in, and I got a border to do on another one. So I just found this pattern. It came to my email, and it was a free pattern. And if you want to get a lot of free patterns, sign up for newsletters. Whenever you go to visit a site, like if you go to a blog that you're getting a pattern from, sign up for the newsletter, because you'll find that oftentimes they send free patterns to your email, which is awesome. But these are really cute, I think. Again, forgive the ends. I do apologize. I'm going to tuck them in, I promise. Kim, unapologetically Mocha, I do apologize. I promise. We tuck our tails. We weave in our ends. I'm going to do it. Okay. Anyway, very simple, but I thought the delicate little shell pattern on the edges were very cute. And I love this yarn. It's beautiful. Quite a lot of depth. Beautiful colors. Yeah. So here's that. I'm gonna finish these very soon, promise. Okay, let's talk about a hat. So I designed this hat. This is the yarn that I got from Needles at the Ready. So Kevin and Ray, another yarn-based podcast, they're knitters. So Kevin started dyeing his own yarn, kind of playing around with it a little bit, and turns out he was really good at it. So I was lucky enough to get one of his 4th of July red, white, and blue inspired skeins of yarn, and this is what I did with it. I think it's really cool. Its inspiration was a firework. So if you look really closely, it's coming across pretty true to color, and you can actually see the post stitching. So it looks like a firework that's blowing up, right? And then as you go down, you can see that it's kind of fizzling out with shorter ones, and then even shorter ones here, and then just a small brim. Okay. So I did not write a pattern up, I just kind of did it. I really had an idea in my head and went with it. I think this is probably one that I do want to go back and write a pattern for. But yeah, here it is. Cute. It's one of my less slouchy designs. Usually my hats are a little more slouchy, but I really like this. My husband loves it. He wears it all the time. He loves my hats. He does not have a problem with my crochet addiction because he gets hats and cowls out of it. I think it's a fair trade. This is a summer hat that I made. Love this yarn. Oh, I love this yarn. This is Mesa Skeins from her Halloween collection last year. It's called Dragon Scales. Oh my god. First of all, oh, amazing. Sorry about that. My daughter was kind of playing with the camera a little bit, so it wiggled around. But this is the hat that I was telling you about. This is my sun hat that I made. I do live in Florida, so it gets pretty hot here in the summer. So I wanted a hat that could help me with the sun, but also would not make me sweat to death on my head. And so I did some open lace work at the top, and just a big floppy brim, and I love it. Believe it or not, it only takes less than one skein of DK weight yarn, and I'm going to be putting this pattern out pretty soon. I actually just found the notes that I took while I was making it. A lot of people really liked it. I think it's super cute. You can put wire in the brim at the end to make it a little more sturdy. I just wanted a floppy hat that I could ball up in my purse if I wanted to, and I thought this yarn worked excellent for the small stitching, the single crochet on the brim. But it's really cute, I think. Let me know in the comments below if you think that you would like to make this one. Even in the fall or colder time or the colder weather like we're having now in most places. I could possibly put it out sooner than next year, but I think it's cute. Yeah, okay. And like I was saying before, this is Mesa Skeins. I love her yarns. So you're going to see a lot of Mesa Skeins yarns in my projects. I'm going to talk about her a whole lot, I'm sure. I am a patron on her Patreon, which is really a good deal if you're like me and kind of buy way too much of her yarn. But you get a discount with it at a certain level. It's really reasonable. She's really fun, and that comes across in her colorways. I think they're really, as you can see, they're really pretty and vibrant. But she does have more earthy tones as well. Really something for everybody. I really like it. But this is my sun hat. It actually kind of works out for today because it's bright out here. Alright, so this a while back, all the knitters we're making the mussel burr hat. Well, everybody used to call it the musselburg, but then everybody found out that's not how you're supposed to pronounce it. That's really the musselburgh. I don't know. Anyway, I was like, well, I don't know how to knit, but I want to play along too. Everybody else has one. I'm going to make a musselburg, musclebrrg. Yep. We're going to go ahead and own the name. But it's just a big tube, right? See, so it's closed at both ends. And that's because it's interchangeable. So you can wear it two different ways. And you can make it as slouchy as you want it, or as fitted as you want it. I think it's really cool. My husband really likes it. Actually, a lot of people, I got a good reviews, I guess you could say, on this hat. I wouldn't sell the pattern just because, I mean, it's pretty close to the knit version, and that was somebody else's idea. I just jumped on the bandwagon as a crocheter. But here we go. Isn't it cute? Just plain and simple. I use finger and weight yarn. Again, this is from the guys that Needles at the Ready. This had a weird name. I'm not going to remember it, but it was like yellows and grays. It's pretty true to color. If I don't want to wear it that way, I can flip it around. Have some stripes. Yeah. It's really fun to make. You just go around and around and around and around and around. Until you think you're going to go around and around forever. And then you're done. And you cinch it up. Okay. So, like I said, I love yarn subscriptions. It's the whole thing. It's super fun to get a present in the mail every month. But I signed up for Darn Good Yarn way back when I first started crocheting, and it's still $10 a month for me. I don't know how much it is for other people now, but they just send a little tiny thing of yarn, and it's usually these real crazy bright colors, and it's recycled silk. It's not a whole lot of yarn, to be honest, but it's just $10, so I've never canceled it. Again, it's fun to get a present in the mail every month, and this is yarn. So I was trying to figure out something to do with it, quite honestly, and I come up with this idea that single crochet is like my comfort stitch, I guess you could say. I like it. It's what I do to unwind. It's what I do when I want something mindless to work on. It just brings me peace of mind if I got something I'm worrying about, whatever. It's just strictly fun for me. So I made the peace of mind shawl here, and I'm simply doing single crochets with different Darn Good Yarn colorways that I got in the mail, and it's just a bunch of crazy colors just thrown onto one shawl. I literally started out with one stitch at the bottom and each row gains 2 stitches, one on each end, and it is only single crochet. So I will be working on this probably for a while. I'm working my way through my stash. Back up a little bit so you can see it. The colors are pretty crazy, and on their own they wouldn't go together, but I don't know, I really like it. I think it's gonna be a really nice shawl to throw over my shoulders when it does get cold in Florida, especially in the mornings. And it's really nice to work on when I have crochet block. I can't figure out what I want to make. I just grab it and I throw some rows on there. So I don't know if I'll post a pattern for this. It's very simple. You just you start with I do the magic loop, magic ring, or you can do whatever method you like to do to start out working in the round, but you just put in one single crochet and then chain 1. The next row, you're going to do 2 single crochets in that first single crochet, and then for each row after that, you're going to put 2 single crochets in the first stitch, 2 single in the last stitch, and everything in between gets 1 single crochet. So it makes this shape. All right, I'm running out of whips. I got a couple more. With the next whip, I'm going to tell you about another yarn dyer that I love. Her shop's name is Lilith Rose Fibers, and she does natural dyeing. I think she's awesome. I cannot believe some of the colors that she gets. Such as this one. I do not remember the name of the colorway, and I really should, but here is the ball that I'm working from. My second glove is still on it. This is another pair of fingerless mitts. This is my pattern. Excuse me. Again, the tails are not weaved in. Technically, I'm still working on these though, so that's okay. Like, it's all right. But it's like magic. You see, you can just take it and do like that. Nobody will know. Nobody will know. Anyway, if you can see the texture, it's really crunchy. It kind of reminds me of, like, I would imagine dragon skin to be. I really love these so much. And I'm definitely going to do a pattern for these. It's so easy. I mean, a beginner can do this. It's so easy. So just keep your eye out, and I'm going to put that out, I promise. Yeah, so that was kind of a joke. I will put the pattern out, but it might be a hot minute because I work a lot. I work a lot of hours, and I have kids and a husband, and I like to crochet for me. So it's hard sometimes to get patterns out, but I do want to start doing tutorials. So maybe I'll just do a tutorial for this. Maybe let me know in the comment section. Do you want a tutorial for these gloves, or I guess fingerless mitts? I think it works really nice with variegated yarn. This is a sport weight, but really you could do it in any weight, to be quite honest. I'll go over that in the pattern or the tutorial. But while we're talking about Lilith Rose Fibers, her shop is on Etsy. I will link her as well. Remember, I said she is all natural dyeing. But, okay, when you hear all natural dyeing, you think like pale pink and slightly yellow, but that is not this girl. She gets amazing colors. Look at this. I mean, can we take a moment to appreciate that shimmer? But also the gloomy and doomy colors. I love it. I'm a Halloween person. Spooky is my vibe. I love it. This is amazing. All right. Also, here's another one of hers. Look at that. Beautiful. Yeah, all natural. Isn't that amazing? Beautiful. And she's super sweet. So you really can't go wrong. We'll go over the rest of this another time. Okay, so I got one more project. It's my main whip right now. It's my daughter's Halloween costume. And she's bird crazy. My little girl, she's 9. And she loves to draw. She's really, really talented. And I'm going to show some of her pictures in the podcasts. But the pictures that she likes digital art, so she does a lot on our iPad, which is really cool to me. You know, kids today we had Paint Shop Pro, my pictures were not cute on Paint Shop Pro. But what this girl can do with an iPad and an iPencil, whatever it's called, is amazing. But anyway, she loves birds. She loves to learn about birds. She loves to talk about birds. She loves to draw birds. She's in a bird class. The motors. Okay. She's bird crazy. So she wanted to be a bird for Halloween, and I have some really pretty yarn that I got from Knit Crate. I was getting their subscription boxes for a little bit. It's a little pricey. I mean, it's a good deal, really, but right now I just don't want to put the money out for that sort of yarn, I guess. But anyway, a lot of people love it. I loved it. I mean, the yarn is amazing. It's fabulous. It's luxury fiber. I especially think that Knit Crate is amazing for new crocheters, so that they can get their hands on some really, really primo fiber and kind of venture out from acrylics. If that's what you're into, acrylics are cool. They have their place. I love acrylics for blankets, but I'm a slow crocheter. I crochet for enjoyment, and I like what I like, and I like natural fibers. I don't really like synthetic acrylics, but that's just me, and you can like what you like. I like what I like. Yeah. Anyway, this is made with alpaca and silk fiber, alpaca wool silk blend, and it's beautiful. I mean, the yarn is. So she wanted to be a sparrow, a house sparrow, so we went with it, and this is kind of what I'm coming up with. It's going to be a hooded cape. The hood is going to be like a bird, and it's going to have a little beak on it and a little coloring like the house sparrow bird. But this, let me back up a little bit. This is the cape. I guess I could model it. It's going to tie right here. Okay. Pardon me. Is that better? I hope you can see it. But it's going to be like her wings. It's going to be like her wings. I thought the colors worked out perfectly. The hood is going to be a similar color to this. And it's going to look as close to a bird head as I can get it. But I think it's really cool that she is into birds like she is, and that she loves to learn about them. And I also think that it's really cool that she wants her mom's crochet Halloween costume. So I'm going to take advantage of that for as long as I can. I love Halloween. It's my favorite holiday. But I really like to make the costumes. I mean, if my kids want to go and buy a random ninja costume from the store, I'm cool with that too. Like, I've done both. My boys were ninjas for like 5 years. It was a family joke. It was extreme. But also we've done really fun ones. So like a jaguar, or there was a year that my oldest son was a lizard. That was fun. My middle child, I wish I had pictures available to add here, but he challenged me one year. He said that he wanted to be a army man zombie vampire, and honey, I did it. I said challenge accepted, and I rocked it, and he was cool. But my favorite costumes were when the boys were real little, and my oldest son wanted to be a bat, and my youngest son wanted to be a spider, and I made them. And Dakota, my younger son, the spider, he had the legs that were connected, and every time he moved his arms, the legs would move. And my older son, he had the 8 eyes, and it was adorable. But really like to make the costumes, and I'm really glad that I still get to do that. Even though she's fine, I don't know how long it's going to last, but I'm taking complete advantage of it while I can. All right, well, I think that's really all I wanted to talk about. Again, thank you for watching my video. I hope that you found some value in it. I'm going to do tutorials. I hope to share some of my knowledge that I've gotten from different places over the years. I've only been crocheting about 4 years, maybe 3 or 4 years, but I've learned a lot, and I've learned a lot of like what yarns work best for different projects, or which kind of colorways work for which different kind of stitches. And if there's something that you would like me to research or tell you what I know about, let me know. I really love this hobby, this craft of ours. I do. I get really excited when other people are crazy about it too. But before I go, I really wanted to just mention 2 things. My friend Annette, I wanted to say thank you. She got me a beautiful and amazing tripod. And it was her push that really got me to decide to finally do the stupid videos that I've been talking about for forever. So thank you. I really appreciate that. And it really means a lot to me. And also, October is, just on a more serious note, has a couple of important meanings to me. October is, of course, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Everybody knows about that. Go pink. Also, a little close to my heart is it's Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month. So if you see pink and blue ribbons out there, that is what that signifies. My heart is with anyone who's been affected in that way, truly. And then I'm going to leave a link to my Dear Sweet Presley hat. I designed this hat in memory of my sweet niece Presley, and she was only here for 2 days, but man, did she mean a lot to me. And you know, she wasn't here long, so the way that I look at it, everybody who makes a Dear Sweet Presley hat, it's like she's making a memory, or that maker is making a memory with Presley. Her memory lives on, and it'll always be free. My beautiful friend Amanda from Amanda Bug Crafts did the tutorial for me because I wasn't doing a YouTube channel at the time. So thank you from the bottom of my heart again, Amanda. You did a great job. And if everybody, if you're looking for a project to do, I think a hat's a great project, and I think that is a really great hat. So anyway, thank you for watching my podcast, fibercast, what have you. I'm sure it was pretty terrible. It was my first one. It'll get better, y'all. I'm sure it'll get better, right? It has to. Everybody has that first podcast, so this is mine. Thank you for enduring to the end, and have a beautiful day. Thanks.